Washington, D.C. What is that like? My team and I, my research team, we were tasked with answering a lot of the questions that you probably have in the room today and what I've heard throughout the conference. Why are the financial markets so volatile? Are we slipping into a global recession? What's going on with U.S. trade policy? The best news I can bring you today is that I'm going to help you with these. So how are we going to do all this? Well, I'm going to take you on a little bit of journey through my time in Washington, D.C. Here I am. I'm the Chief Market Intelligence Officer for the United States government. I have a team of researchers, about 30 researchers, larger than almost any other bank, and I've got access to the best information on the planet. So what did I do to organize that? I started a podcast. It's a model that looks at the big stories and themes that are driving economic momentum and the financial markets. And I know that sounds a little strange, but let me give you an example. Housing prices can only go up. Gold is the safest investment. Bitcoin is going to take over the world. So this is what we're going to try to shoot for. This is what we're going to try to recognize, understand, and then hopefully get a glimpse into the future, what they can tell us. I created this model for one purpose and one purpose only, is so I could understand the world. What we're trying to do is set up the structure by which we can understand the future. So I took these narratives, the big narratives that are out there that are driving the economy, driving the markets, driving everything that's going on in the world, and I shaped them as planets. So the core of our financial system is truly the Federal Reserve policy. These are the guys that set interest rates for the entire economy. Next up is U.S. domestic policy. Think of this like trade and tariffs and fiscal spending and taxes. It's smaller than the sun, but still has a really big pull. And then finally, technology. Think of that like the moon, right? Much smaller, but still has an impact across these different planets and certainly has an impact on the economy and on the markets. What's powerful is moving that model through time and how it's evolved and how it's impacting the economy and specifically their sector. And the big payoff, of course, is what it will do in the future. We really try to change the perspective that companies have about this uncertainty, about risk, in a way that gives them confidence to move forward and act upon these opportunities. Don't get turned off by politics that are going on right now. You need to know what these policies are so you can plan for them and be able to take advantage of them. Ford Motor Company in 2006 gathered all of their bankers and they said to them, we want to leverage up all of our assets for about $24 billion in liquidity. And at the time they were crucified by analysts. They said, oh, this is a desperate act by a desperate company. Ford Motor Company, by adjusting to what they saw were the risks out there, they became an ongoing concern through the 2007-2008 financial crisis. They did not go bankrupt. They were not GM. They actually took over parts of GM's sales. What can you do to adjust to these circumstances? Can you predict out using this model? Can you come together and learn from each other to find a way forward to survive what's happening now? If you can do that, then that's really the good news. I'm Andy Busch. Thank you very much.